It's Monday, 11:07. New time. How's my audio sound?
Sounds fine.
Sounds good because I don't have headphones in. Love to ask you questions without my headphones in. How you doing today, Jackson?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing fine. I called Luke twice. I'm leaving him a 15-minute long voicemail right now.
Oh, nice.
I just called me, didn't answer, so I'm just letting the voicemail play. Hasn't ended yet.
Nice.
Yeah, I'm just gonna fill his mailbox.
I didn't even know you could do that.
Yeah. Sorry for the past couple of weeks or past week or so. Life has been hectic for everybody involved, but I wasn't able here to recap the draft, even though we did the draft also on here. I saw that you recapped the draft. What points did you touch on? What did you find shocking?
I don't know. That was a while ago. I just talked about the draft.
I feel like that was a while ago. It was 3 days ago.
Yeah, it was a while ago. I was pretty hungover, so I just probably talked about anything and everything.
Anything and everything. But this was actually, let's be honest, a very slow weekend in terms of news for the NBA. There wasn't anything huge. I kind of want to, my mind has been a completely dicked from all directions from just things going on in life. But let's just get right into it. The biggest news is the Tobias Harris news, I think. I don't know if you agree with that. Tobias Harris has been subject to a bunch of trade rumors. He's making about $39 million this year. And his father came out and said that he does not like how they're used. And his father's his agent, by the way. He has said
really?
that he does. Yes. So he has came out and said that he does not like how Tobias Harris is being used on offense, that he's being put in the corner just to shoot threes when he's an assassin scorer, which he's shown with the Clippers. Quote, end quote, from his father. What are your thoughts about the assassin score Tobias Harris, and is he being limited by the Philadelphia 76ers?
100%. 100%. Dude, this dude's been in the league for so freaking long now, it feels like, and he's only 30 years old. This past year was just pretty bad for Tobias Harris, not efficiency-wise, but just in general. Less touches, only 15 points per game. And, yeah, I'm surprised that his dad used the Clippers as the reference, because he was doing what he did on the Clippers the first couple of years he was with Philadelphia. He's so reliable, but I don't know if he gets them over the hump. I personally think he's good enough to, I think the Phillies' issues stem deeper than Tobias Harris not being involved offensively, but I definitely see where he's coming from. This is his last year of his contract, so you've been muted for a while. I don't know if you're talking to me or Luke. All right.
No. I forgot to unmute myself there. It was only once I tried to unmute myself. But what I was going to say is Tobias Harris is interesting because do you think his dad's putting this out, or do you think he's putting this out through his dad?
Where did this come out from? But
his dad.
I know, but why is his dad? What his dad just hop behind the mic and
I will tell you specifically in 3 seconds what exactly was
said. It had to be like a podcast, or
I believe it was a podcast. So it comes right here. It came from Bloomberg Business of Sports. Tobias Harris is in a unique position as his agent also happens to be his father. Terrell Harris is the CEO of Unique Sports Management, which represents Tobias Harris, his two brothers, Terry and Tyler, as well as Kelly Oubre. The elder Harris, the elder Harris was from Bloomberg Business. The topic was about player development in the NBA. Eventually, the conversation turned to whether or not Philadelphia 76ers have used Tobias Harris properly. His father/agent didn't hesitate to share his opinion. Well, personally, I don't think so. The reason I say that, Well, Tobias is an assassin scorer. I mean, they can't stop him. Nobody in the league can stop him. So he's proven that over his career, even when he was with the Clippers, he was an assassin scorer. They took away. They didn't utilize him. He was not a priority in their offense. That kind of frustrating because if you're a kick butt player, you don't want to be in the corner twiddling your thumb. I just think when they gave him opportunities, like there was a stretch Joel didn't play and James Harden didn't play for like 15 games. He led the team and averaged 25 a game, over 25 a game. Then they come back. Okay, well, you got to go back in the corner. End quote. Terrell Harris said. I mean, he's not wrong.
No, he's not wrong. He's certainly not wrong. I mean, he only took 11 and a half shots per game in the regular season. And how many of those were threes? About half of them were threes. So I agree 100%, but that's just what happens when you have James Harden if James Harden is your point guard, that's just kind of what's going to happen. And it's unfortunate. And then you sprinkle in Joel Embiid, and it's like, well, there's only so many touches that are going to be going around. A lot of your offense is just going to be pick and roll with James Harden and Joel Embiid. You want to know something crazy? Guess the last time Tobias Harris played less than 60 games.
Tell me.
We'll take a guess.
2016.
Close. It was over 10 years ago, or it was about 10 years ago, back in 2012, 2013, the last time Tobias Harris played less than 60 games. So he's one of the best in the biz. And
that's crazy.
It is very crazy. Tobias Harris doesn't need to be a max guy. Do
you see his stats with Orlando where he played half the season with Milwaukee, averaged 5 points, and then the last 27 games with Orlando, he just averaged 17?
Dude, that's sick. I barely remember Tobias Harris in a Magic jersey.
You don't remember him? I fell in love with him in Orlando because we got him, I'm pretty sure, as part of the Dwight Howard trade. Something like, no, it wasn't Dwight Howard trade. It was the JJ Redick trade. I knew it was like, Ish Smith was involved in the trade for us to get Tobias Harris.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Okay, though, Tobias Harris, do you think the reason why we look at it is because he was on that 5-year, $180 million contract that was backloaded? Is that why we look at him not as fondly? Is it the contract? If he was making like $10 million less, would we not have a problem?
100%. But it's also, it's also just like NBA, the way NBA fans work. He didn't ask for his contract. I guess you kind of do, but like,
yeah, you kind of do have to ask for your contract.
But he's not paying himself. I don't know. People hate contracts and they get mad at the player when it's like, you'd do the same. Like if you were in this dude's shoes, you'd try and get as much money as possible. So I would be more mad at Philadelphia for structuring the contract this way, but I would be more upset. What's up, Aaron? I'd be more upset with Philadelphia for choosing Tobias Harris over Jimmy Butler because that's what they did. So I think that's where their issues stem from.
I always joke around with the fact that we always joke that whoever Tobias Harris's agent was a genius. Turns out his dad's a genius. I also want to know if his dad was like not an agent before Tobias Harris became a basketball player, and then when his son became a basketball player, he just like, I'll be an agent, and like he convinced Kelly Oubre to even hop on that train.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
it's so random. Kelly Oubre's on it.
It is so random that Kelly Oubre is just. It's just thrown in there, right?
Yeah.
It was just like, and Kelly Oubre. Like, you hear his sons, and you're like, Kelly Oubre. Tobias Harris is close friends, like very, very, very good friends with Boban Marjanovic.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they were teammates for 4 years in Detroit, Los Angeles, and Philadelphia.
Oh, sheesh. Are they going to try and form a super team?
I think
is that why these Cyril, Boban's a free agent. Is this why we're hearing the rumblings of
Boban's
Tobias
actually
Harris?
Boban's not a free agent.
What?
No,
Yeah,
he re-signed with the Rockets on February 13th.
What?
Yeah, bro. You didn't
No
know
shit.
this?
Hold on. I'm gonna look it up. Oh,
Yeah.
why would we re-sign Boban? Don't get it.
Actually, he's a free agent this summer. You guys re-signed him.
Okay, yeah. So is that why we're hearing that Tobias Harris isn't happy?
I mean, I wonder if we're hearing if Tobias Harris isn't happy because also Tobias Harris. Guess who Tobias Harris's first cousin is?
Celine Dion.
Channing Frye.
What? That's crazy.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. Channing Frye is Tobias Harris's cousin. Tobias.
Okay.
I'm just amazed.
So is Channing Frye coming back to the league? And that's why we're hearing this about Tobias Harris, and coincidentally, Boban is a free agent?
Dude, Channing Frye was like the 10th pick of the draft in like 2004. He's not coming back.
Ooh, word. Channing Frye does a great job on is this one?
It's him and him and Rajah Bell do a podcast. Channing Frye and Rajah Bell.
I don't know who Rajah Bell is, and I would definitely never listen to a Channing Frye podcast like on like multiple occasions.
Are you really disrespecting Rajah Bell right now?
Who's Rajah Bell? I'm just saying Channing Frye doesn't. I'm not like
he
a
played
diehard Cavs fan.
He played like 10 years in the NBA, bro. Have some respect on this man's name.
Rajah Bell sounds like a Argentinian soccer player.
Rajah Bell, baby.
I'm gonna look up this. How you spell this guy's name?
Rajah, A-R-J-A.
Rajah Bell. There he is. 46.
He was like a 15-year vet, bro. Bottom of the bench guy, but like still, Rajah Bell.
Twice to the all defensive team.
Yeah, like he was a dog. Rajah Bell's like nothing to like sniff at. Like, but Trae Young has a Trae Young has a podcast, Aaron says.
Yeah.
He just made it.
He just made it.
He just made it? Really?
People were joking with him because there's some random white dude on as his co-host, and it's like,
oh, Trae Young definitely is like white bread, corn fed. Like I'm telling you, Trae Young is so white.
All these Hoopers podcasts just have like some white dude there, like Paul George. And
it's usually because my assumption is those guys are like media guys who know actually media. Like I don't even mean this. Like they're probably
like they can run it and
what I'm saying is they're probably like fucks like me. You know what I mean? Like a bunch of
like some nerd,
kind of
some
like
tech nerd.
Basically, some media mass communications guy who knows how to like run social media, knows how to do all that stuff. That's probably friends with Paul George, probably friends with Trae Young, probably, you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
And they're like, hey, you know how to run all this shit. Like, could you you'll be my co-host? You'll be, because usually also those white dudes are usually the guys who mediate, like who keep who keep Paul George on topic or to the next topic. You know what I mean? They're kind of like the co-host where they're like the announcer almost.
Damn, I mean, yeah, I can't listen to pods like that. But
yeah, it's more like it's almost like Paul George is the host, but like Trae, usually like that stuff. But like they have like, have you ever noticed in like JJ Redick's is a little different, but like when JJ Redick first started, his boy, I don't even understand who his boy is.
I don't know who that is. I've never listened to a JJ pod though.
I've never listened to a JJ pod all the way through. I've listened to clips where like sometimes they'll pop up on my YouTube like recommendations, and it'll be like of an athlete I wanted to hear. Like I listened to a clip from the Victor Wembanyama, the Enlightened one. Have you heard that one? Enlightened at 19.
Is that a clip? That sounds. I feel like I've heard that. That's where he said, "Why would I need to bulk up? They should skinny down or something."
Yeah, it's this one.
Isn't that the same episode? This isn't France, Vic. Like you're gonna get fucked in the ass next year if you don't.
You're so rude.
I'm just saying, dude. The dude weighs the same as me, but one of us is 5'8" and the other is 7'3".
He's 7'5".
And that's crazy. And he's a center, and he's going to get bullied by even like Pat Bev.
Victor Wembanyama's going to be insane. Okay, Victor Wembanyama. Like I'm not even like
bullied. He's going to get bullied and deal with injuries next season unless they properly manage him. And if they don't deal with injuries, then they got very lucky, and maybe it's not a concern. But
seen this happen to a number of young athletes who lose, I think, a sense of reality, and they lose that grounding principle of their life. What is your totem?
You know what you just said about young players. This is something I've thought about a lot. I know I'm never gonna turn like this. Like I know I'm never gonna lose a grasp of reality and just do some shit. You know, because I know what I want. Like I'm driven from the inside of my heart, and like nothing can put me out of my path. Like I do everything. I do everything I can, so I deserve what I get. And I think some players are really talented, physically or technically, you know, really, really talented, but their mind isn't like as good as their body is. You know what I'm saying? My totem it's something bigger than basketball. You know, it's just life. It's just accomplishing yourself inside this universe. You know, when I need motivation, when I need energy, and I feel tired out, when I need a fight on the court, and it's hard, I always remember I'm free in that universe. I do whatever I can, and I know what I want to do, and nothing's gonna stop me from doing it. And I always got that in mind. And it doesn't just stop to basketball. You know, it's about life.
Fuck, man. Jason.
Well said.
Chases. He's reached enlightenment.
No, man. I'm not sure I'm really understood because you know, in French I know I can make myself understood, but in English sometimes I'm not.
No. You're understood. You're understood. It's very clear. It's very clear. Fuck, man. I wish I was free in the universe. I wish I was free in the universe.
Isn't that a great clip?
Yeah.
Like I just thought that was just goes to show like the mental space of Victor Wembanyama. I just thought it was a great clip. But I do agree. I do love Gilbert Arenas' podcast sometimes. Aaron, I listen to that when I'm playing basketball. I'll throw it up on the speaker and I'll put the speaker underneath the hoop and I'll listen to it because I like listening to a podcast while I play basketball. But I agree, Crum. San Antonio is going to be fine. What up, Rocket News? Now, you're just not a believer. Do you know who's about to come? What?
Believer in what? Oh, so you're.
Well, Victor Wembanyama, but I was gonna say,
when did that narrative become a thing?
You're gonna say it's gonna be different than France. You don't believe in the
hype. Because it is.
Yeah, it's clearly different than France.
I
okay,
know,
but
it is.
You get a baguette in America, it's not the same type of baguette it is in France.
I know, but he's got to put on some weight. It's not France.
Am I too loud?
No. He's not gonna like my joke on the French, but like we don't play like soft basketball,
that's why he doesn't
soft
play
basketball.
baseball.
We're not soft.
That's why French people don't play baseball because they'd only everything be left. They'd only play left field, and no one would be safe.
Yeah, good joke.
You get it, French Revolution.
Good French jab. Love a good French jab.
It's a joke about the French Revolution, you asshole.
It's my favorite. It's my favorite revolution.
Yeah, it's the best revolution. Let's just guillotine, and then I found out another way to kill people. Not that matters, but there was this other way back in the day. So like most of us, we think of the guillotine when people used to get murdered. There was this way where you would like put people on like an arm thing, okay, and like 3 or 4 people, and then they would put like a thing around their neck, and they would I forgot what it's called. You see in James Bond World Is Not Enough, the one with Denise Richards in it, where they churn the thing and it slowly chokes you more and more, and then you die from like suffocation. The last person to be murdered like that was in Spain in 1951. The last woman to be murdered like that was, I also believe, in Spain in like 1905. No. Should have been. I'm just kidding. That was fucked. So, guess who's coming back who looks really good and is hopeful to play in the Summer League? We'll talk about some Summer League rosters in a second, but Chet Holmgren has recovered from the Lisfranc injury, and according to Sam Presti, looks good. The front office executive says Holmgren has been working out daily and that that OKC hopes he'll play in the summer league. He's entering his second year of his rookie scale contract because he didn't play in a game last year. Chet Holmgren's eligible to win the 2024 Rookie of the Year. Will Victor Wembanyama be squandered? Rookie of the Year rights because Chet Holmgren's going to pull a Blake Griffin, Ben Simmons, and be a man amongst boys?
Probably not, because I would imagine Chet will be limited too.
They say he got bigger.
Yeah, good. I'm glad. That's what you got to do. You've talked about how Chet. I'm not worried that he didn't play his rookie season. OKC is in such a good spot, especially. But I think Travis Etienne hurt his Liz Frank his rookie year, and then obviously didn't play and came back last year and won Rookie of the Year for the Jaguar. Did he win Rookie of the Year? Maybe he didn't win Rookie of the Year, but Travis Etienne.
He did not win Rookie of the Year because the NFL doesn't work like that. They tell you go fuck yourself.
But yeah, anyways, he had a great rookie season, and I don't know if Chet. I'm gonna imagine neither win Rookie of the Year.
Wow.
I don't know how much Chet's gonna play. I don't think Vic's gonna play enough games to win Rookie of the Year. Don't you need to play? Didn't they just change that? Or is that not a thing yet?
No, that's not a thing. I think you just have to play 60 games.
I don't think he plays 60 games. Maybe he'll be at 60 games. I think 60 is probably fine.
So Chet came in at 195 pounds. You want to hear what Chet Holmgren's listed at now?
I'm gonna go 210.
So
maybe 215.
NBA website, they still got him at 195. Okay, nothing insane. Let's see. NBA.com, still 195. I want to see if they've. Well, you have no belief?
No, I know he gained weight.
Okay, so this is Wikipedia. They don't have citation. He's at 209 on Wikipedia.
Ooh, right. Chris is saying 212.
Basketball Reference still has him at 195 pounds. Let me see if I can go to the Thunder website. Let's see, Thunder website, Chet Holmgren. Okay, wait. I'm hearing nothing that he's at 209, 212 where they got this. If anyone can tell, okay, so somebody, I see that. Yeah, no one's put out anything that he's bigger than 195 pounds yet, but except Wikipedia has him at 209, and you just said that Chris said 212. Wait, well, this is Paul Holmgren. Yeah, Chet Holmgren's 195 to stat. Yeah, so I wonder if he's put on weight. That's something to think about, at least. But I think the guy's an other world talent. I mean, dude, 7 foot with 7'6" wingspan. At the very least, he's gonna be better than Mo Bamba. Okay, and
future Bull.
And the thing is, yes, can we get the most out of his body in a more physical NBA? Will he have the core strength and the body strength to, defend at a high level? And then offensively, he can shoot, he can dribble into open spaces. He's a good passer. But does he have the athleticism or the burst in terms of acceleration to do it? Does his frame function? I personally think if he's at 210, that's 15 pounds. I really think he was only 20 pounds away from being what needed to be done, like to be a successful NBA player. Like I see him, there's two ways for Chet to be great. He's either going to be a 3-and-D center who's like an all-star, all-NBA level, who's an insane, like Walker Kessler level rim protector while being able to shoot threes from like a cat level, just 40%. That's like if everything works out. But if he just bees this like really good rim protect, kind of like a Brook Lopez, but more, like slender and stuff, what Brook Lopez is now, I could either see him being a guy who might thrive more as a 4 next to like an old school 5 where you just tell Chet always to stay on the perimeter. But I think the idea is that he can be one of the best defenders in the NBA while also spacing the floor. And that's why I think he's exciting. I mean, that's the same thing with fucking Victor Wembanyama. Victor Wembanyama is just better.
Yeah, well, if Chet's weighing 212, Evan Mobley weighed in at 215 last year. So And
I get
Mobley's one of the best
Evan Mobley's
defenders.
way skinnier than you think.
But it's perfect what you were saying with pairing him up with Jared Allen.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. If we see after Chet's first season, you're like, okay, maybe he's more of an Evan Mobley than he is of a Victor Wembanyama or like Rudy Gobert frame, that he fills in. Then you're like, okay, yeah. So then you go into what you're saying right there, where you're like, okay, yeah, like you're more of an Evan Mobley dude, and let's go out and get ourselves a Jared Allen-esque center. Let's go get Clint Capella, and throw you next to Clint Capella. Does that make sense? Because you just tell Clint, stay inside, grab the rebounds, Chet, you just stay on the perimeter. And like I'm confident enough because I think Chet, like you just said, Evan Mobley goes out onto the perimeter. That's why Evan Mobley works on defense, is that he doesn't clog up the lane with Jared Allen. But I agree with Aaron. I don't know 230. I'm thinking 220. I want him to be at 220. I feel comfortable if he is at least 220.
Yeah, unless he clocks in at 220 this summer. Yeah, that'll probably be more of a next year thing.
I'm just scared if he gets too heavy for a guy who's already not a super athletic dude, will that take away some of the burst that he had? And, we see with Zion, too much weight can be a bad thing. They're back in the day, they're always like, you can never have too much weight. But we're seeing that, yes, too much weight is a bad thing. It can cause injuries, and, put him being a bigger dude could put some pressure on his, joints. Yeah. What up, TP?
Yeah, I like 215 for Chet this year.
So our man Aaron kind of talked about something, just mentioned something that I kind of wanted to bring up to you. And I've been talking about it a lot on my channel. Personally, I bring it up a lot when we're talking about the Atlanta Hawks, and I'm trying to see if I don't think they've ever shared the floor together, but I want to see if I can find a picture of these two guys together. There is no two. Okay. I'm gonna pull up two pictures. So basically, Onyeka Okongwu and Clint Capella. It's interesting because Clint Capella has been here all 3 years of Onyeka Okongwu. We're getting to a point where the team has to make a decision in terms of trading Clint Capella so that they can finally start Onyeka Okongwu, or what Aaron just said is moving Clint to the bench so that they can give Onyeka Okongwu minutes. Because at this point, if you don't start Onyeka Okongwu, you are basically saying we have given up on him. We're not going to give him the starting opportunity. When this guy coming out, we thought he had Bam Adebayo potential. I think him entering his fourth season, you have to give him the run at the center position, either by trading Clint or, paying Clint $18 million to ride the bench. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, let's just kind of Naz Reid. I forgot Naz Reid was undrafted, which is crazy. Yeah, second unit's fine. I mean, Clint Capella definitely showed what his worth is, I think, in those last couple of games against the Celtics especially. So, I mean, my trade candidate is John Collins. I would actually maybe look into more DeAndre Hunter trades too. I'm convinced AJ Griffin is next up this year, but I don't know what you can get for.
I think Jalen Johnson's next up.
Yeah, Jalen Johnson's a stud as well. So
I think Quinn liked Jalen more than AJ, but Jalen was a second year.
AJ Griffin's a freaking dog.
Well, Aaron says a good point. They probably don't want to trade Clint because supposedly when the Mavericks asked for Clint Capella, they asked for Josh Green and Jaden Hardy, and the Mavericks hung up the phone.
Yeah, getting both of them back would. Yeah.
So this is Jalen's next up. I think they really want to move John Collins to give Jalen Johnson the starting minutes. Everyone hit that like and subscribe button if you're watching. We greatly appreciate it. But yeah, I think Jalen Johnson is the guy that they really want to move John Collins to give Jalen Johnson more minutes. I know that they're shopping DeAndre Hunter and Collins. I'm pretty sure they offered the 15th pick package with DeAndre Hunter for the 7th pick from the Pacers. The Pacers said no.
About a Jayshawn Tate and a 2028 first round pick.
I low-key would do that. If you guys struck out on free agency.
Well, so keep it, for our Hawks fan, Jayshawn Tate's on a very reasonable contract.
I'd ask for Jayshawn Tate and because you guys don't have like many other veterans I can ask for that are on like decent deal. Because I was gonna say I'd want Jayshawn Tate. KJ Martin's a team option, right? Or a player?
He's just on his last year of his contract.
Oh, he's already expiring?
No, this upcoming year's last year of his rookie deal.
All right, so he's still under contract for this upcoming season.
Yeah.
Maybe a protected future first, DeAndre Hunter for Jayshawn Tate and KJ Martin. KJ's already been over the last year. We know that they wanted to move him. Or he wanted to be moved.
What are the Rockets getting?
DeAndre Hunter and a future protected first.
Oh my goodness, you're getting DeAndre Hunter too.
That's what I'm saying. For Jayshawn Tate, because the Hawks are mandated to cut salary. They have to get $5 million under the salary cap, so they're looking to trade Murray, Hunter, Collins, or Capella, with Hunter and Collins being the more likely ones. Which is so stupid by this front office. Like, you're just cutting salary just to cut salary. Like, that's what happened with Kevin Huerter. You traded Kevin Huerter just to fucking trade. I like DeAndre Hunter. If you look at his 20 games he played in his second season, he's a quality player. Like, his second season, he was 18-5-5 until he broke his wrist, and he's never been the same guy since.
He had a great series against Boston.
Yeah. He was
all double-digit games.
I just think it's dumb on Atlanta's part to like be under this guise that like. It's just I don't like that they just cut salary to cut salary. Like, I get it.
The Herder move was so stupid, and it was just cheap. It was cheap. But yeah, DeAndre Hunter isn't a name I'm desperately dire.
No.
Trade, but I'm so big on AJ Griffin. And who they just draft?
If you traded Collins and Capella for DeAndre Ayton, no picks, just straight up Collins and Capella for Ayton, would you do that deal? I feel like the
Hawks would definitely do that deal.
I think the Suns would definitely do that deal. I don't know if the Hawks would.
The Suns might be intrigued by it for sure.
Yeah. Though
we do have to get ready for a bench roll. Just kidding.
Did you hear who might be making a bit more money than we thought? Somebody put out that Dylan Brooks was going to get 18 to 17 million a year, and I was like, hell no. But is that too low? That's too much.
Oh wow.
But we are hearing he is looking at the mid-level exception.
What?
Which Dylan Brooks is looking for a deal higher than the 12.4 non-taxpayer mid-level exception. According to Mark Stein of the Stein Line, Dylan Brooks is looking to command a deal more than $12.4 million a year. Grizzlies have moved on from him. He's drawing interest from the Rockets and Pistons. Who the hell is going to give this man like 13 million plus?
I mean, I'd give him 13 million plus. Not really for the Rockets after we got Cam Whitmore.
You want to give him? Who's going to give him a 3-year, $40 million deal?
That's nothing. That is absolutely nothing. I would if that's the contract. If Dylan Brooks is about to get signed for what Naz Reid just got, less than what Naz Reid just got signed for, I'll pivot and I'll sign Dylan Brooks.
Naz Reid is a way better basketball player than fucking Dylan Brooks.
Ooh, that's just unfortunately incorrect. But yeah, I'm very surprised Dylan Brooks is. I mean, he's coming off 11.6 a year. That's pretty crazy to me. He does fit the Heat.
Van Strife, I agree. I see Dylan Brooks' market not being what he thinks, okay, and he ends up getting offered only like X amount of money, and that the best deal is from the Miami Heat. He takes like a 1+1, what Bruce Brown did, and goes to like the Miami Heat, and the Miami Heat make him look like fucking God.
Yeah, a one-on-one is not a gamble on yourself. I think is definitely intriguing. He's only 27, right? So,
and the best part about a 1-on-1 is that you get a player option. So if you shit the bed, usually the player option is the same salary you paid this year. Bruce Brown, I think, got like 6.5 this year, and then last year, and then this year was supposed to be 6.8, and he declined it. So give him something like that, 1+1, $15 million. Maybe 7 the first year, 8 the second year, or 8 the first year, 7 the second year. He shits the bed. He accepts the player option. It's not that bad of a deal, and you can trade it.
yeah, I mean, it has to be. He's not the most efficient. Who was not an efficient player last year, but
Aaron Barnes a masochist. He wants Dylan Brooks, Draymond Green, and Grayson Allen on the same team.
let's do it.
The amount of that team would lead the league in technical fouls.
Dylan Brooks had such a bad playoffs.
Dude, but people forget his first 4 seasons, he fucking grew as a basketball player. His first 4 or 5 years. I got better.
I just don't think Memphis was the spot for him. This dude averaged 25.8 points per game in the 2020-2021 5-game playoffs that Memphis got into the play-in.
Pretty fucking crazy, right?
Which is crazy.
Are you ready?
This year he averaged only 10.5 points on 31 from the field and 24% from downtown.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
He got, yeah.
Mr. Inconsistent. Do you know who's about to come over, though, that I'm excited for?
The guy on the Kings.
No, Sasha Benzakov. He actually might stay another year in Europe.
Shocker. Who the hell is this guy?
Vasilija Micic.
Looks like he will not be good in the league.
Oh, dude, he's won before this past season, he was back-to-back EuroLeague Finals MVP. He was arguably for a 3 to 4 year stretch, and even this season, he was still great. The last 4 years, he's arguably been the best player in Europe. He's a shooting guard, swing man in the NBA, and he actually was in OKC last week for a few days, discussing with Sam Presti. So listen to this. Right after the draft, quote from Yilmaz, who is a writer for Eurohoops, or not Eurohoops, FS Alper Yilmaz, in an interview with Eurohoops, said, "We were following the development after yesterday's draft. Micic really wants to go to the NBA. He has an option on his contract until July 20th. I don't know if he will make another request. We are waiting for Micic for now," end quote. And we know that either OKC could keep him or a team could trade him, because he probably is going to get half or most of the non-taxpayer mid-level exception.
So does OKC have him currently?
Yes, OKC currently has his draft rights, so he could sign a deal right now with OKC if he wanted to. But from what I know is he wants to play for a contender.
Fucking douche. I mean,
and this is a guy who past 2 years, this year he averaged in the Turkish league 15 points a game, about 5 assists a game, while grabbing 2 boards a night, shooting 46% from 3, 53% from the field, and 93% from the free throw line, and averaging about a steal a game. The year before, he also averaged a steal a game, but averaged 19 points a game, 6 assists a game, 3 rebounds, shot 48.5% from the field, 44% from 3, and 88% from the field in the Turkish league. And just in general for his international stats, this is a guy who in the EuroLeague this past year, he averaged 16 points a night. He was actually his 3-point shot percentage was at 35.7%, but he takes 7 threes a night. All right. And then the year before that, he averaged 18 points a night in the EuroLeague. So this is a guy who's been for the last 3-4 years, one of the best EuroLeague performers and one of the best Turkish league performers, arguably the best player. He's played for Bayern Munich, Zalgiris, Efes. He plays for the Serbian national team. He's played freaking everywhere. He's played for Red Star. He's a great player, and he's only at the young age of 29.
Young. Get him over to Houston, man. We've got another former Turkish league MVP that could
You
use
ready?
a buddy.
Look at all his awards. These are all his awards for while playing in Europe. Fucking, like, the guy's got the hardware. Okay, the thing is him scoring 15 points in the EuroLeague. The fact that he scored 18 points in the game in EuroLeague means he's a 20-point scorer in the NBA, because it's actually harder to score in EuroLeague than it is in the NBA. It's like a weird thing. That's why. Yeah, look at Luka's stats. Wasn't like, he was still a really good scorer for the EuroLeague, but he didn't put up numbers like he does in America. And even Luka says, he's like, yeah, it's like a lot easier to score. And Luka always says that, and so does Jokic, that it's easier to score in the NBA than it is in EuroLeague. And that's because, like, EuroLeague's all team based. It's a lot of ball movement, and it's not even you don't play through a star, you play through a team system, you know? It's like playing part of the triangle. But I agree with, and Sasha's dope, but I agree with Crom. I doubt that he's going to be with the Thunder. You know what team I could see him being picked up by? The Boston Celtics.
Ooh.
Boston Celtics, Utah Jazz. I mean, if the Lakers knew what was good. Huh?
The Utah Jazz. Go to a contender. Oh, I'm going to Utah.
No, but
play with Lori.
The Lakers or Clippers, if they knew what was good for them, they would trade for him. He'd be like a 6th man of the year for that team, or either of the teams. Oh, Aaron said it good. Miami. What about Golden State?
Ooh.
Vasilia. Ooh, him and Luka. That'd be dope. I think there's a lot of teams where I could just see him, dude. Imagine you could run lineups: Luka, Kyrie, and Vasilia. Vasilia at small forward. Derek Lively at center.
Andrea at power forward.
Dre at power forward. What up, Joshua George? You handsome too, big boss. But no, I think it definitely would be interesting to see how this all plays out. It's definitely a good time to be alive. But as we're talking about the Warriors, as much as I love Draymond, not Draymond Green, but we are going to talk about Draymond Green, but we're Vasilij Micic to play on the Warriors with Chris Paul, Draymond Green, Steph Curry. Draymond Green's a free agent. Odds say he's going to sign with the Utah Jazz, but reports are saying that Draymond Green strongly expected to re-sign with the Warriors. We all heard that the Sacramento Kings allegedly did the Richaun Holmes deal to free up enough cap space to offer a max contract to Draymond Green. And Vivek Ranadivev, the owner of the Sacramento Kings, was a former minority owner of the Warriors and is obsessed with the Warriors. And his head coach is a former Warriors. He's got former Warriors all over the roster. And supposedly the Kings are the main threat, that they could offer him a multi-year deal max. But sources tell Mark Stein of the Stein Line popular current projection for Draymond Green and the Warriors is a 3-year deal, and that would remain a shock in the extreme for Green to land somewhere else. Mark Stein was told. So you hearing that, they would be shocked if Draymond Green leaves. What is your thoughts? Does Draymond Green stay? And why? Hit that like and subscribe button. We have over 10 people watching right now, so thank you for that.
Draymond Green definitely stays. I've been saying it for ages now, and I just saw the funniest article from the Smoking Cuban, which I think is a Mavericks website, that says, here's the headliner from yesterday. Grade the trade. Mavericks grab new center and defensive specialist. I hope they're talking about OMP, right? Because Richaun Holmes is not a defensive specialist, nor will he ever be. They're talking about Derek Lively. Thank goodness. Okay. That would have been bad. I think it worked perfect. I mean, I love the idea of Dre in Sacramento, and I'm glad that they finally got rid of Richaun Holmes, because
Richaun Holmes about to have a career year.
That just didn't work. Dude,
Chip on the shoulder.
Sniff defense. The Kings were like historically terrible when Richaun Holmes was on the court in the first half of the season. But yeah, that's exactly why they traded That's why they salary dumped Jordan Poole, well, also for their future. But yeah, I mean, I don't know why Dre would leave, and especially now that the only reason Dre wouldn't want to go back to Golden State is gone. There's just no shot he goes elsewhere.
What if LeBron, his business partner?
What's LeBron gonna do? LeBron's not gonna do anything. LeBron's under contract with the Lakers of Los Angeles. What's he going to Los Angeles? Trade AD to Golden State? Little sign and trade?
I don't even know how much cap space. The Lakers, you know what's crazy? How quiet the Lakers free agency had been. Rumors.
I finally asked my boy where D'Lo's going, and he's like, D'Lo doesn't know where D'Lo's going.
Oh, D'Lo's going to the Suns. The Suns are going to take him and run him and Cam Crane as a point guard by committee with Jordan Goodwin.
Yeah.
And Jordan Goodwin.
Awesome.
They'll just play the hot hand.
I love D'Lo.
But Draymond Green, I just don't see him going anywhere except staying in Golden State, unless Detroit or Utah or Dallas just goes, here's the bag.
Detroit's such a good fit. The bad ball Pistons. Come back home, Dre. I wouldn't be shocked if he did that eventually, but not with an MVP candidate still in Stephen Curry. The greatest shooting guard of all time. Just kidding. He's a point guard.
So I'm trying to see if they've put out the Summer League rosters.
No.
I mean, some teams will put it out a little quicker than others because the Summer League starts in like 5 days.
Yeah.
Like the smaller Summer Leagues, like not the one that I'm going to.
Yeah, the Sacramento and
who's
the other one?
Here we go. Let's go right here. Is the screen being shared? Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. First off, Atlanta Hawks so far, their Summer League is looking like. First off, let's actually look at the Summer League. I just want to see which games actually matter for the California Classic and the Salt Lake City is what we're going to be looking at right here. So we need the teams that participate in that one is Utah, Thunder, Sixers, Grizzlies. And then in the Sacramento one, it is Miami, Lakers, Spurs, Hornets, Kings, Warriors. So let's go ahead. First one would be Hornets. Right now they have, if everything wants to fucking load, Amari Bailey, who's going to be dope to look at. Nick Smith, who will be fun. Brandon Miller, Xavier Sneed, Nathan Mensah, Leaky Black, Amari Bailey, and Angelo Algier, something like that. But I'm excited to see that one. Leaky Black will be interesting, but obviously we want to see Brandon Miller and Nick Smith. Then we got over here. I think we saw that they said it would be Warriors. Warriors have Yuri Collins, Kendrick Davis, Tracy Jackson Davis, who they're giving him like a multi-year contract. Javon Johnson, Gabe Kalshur, Adam Kunkel, and Brandon Podziemski. I hope we get to see Guy Santos. You think we'll see Guy?
I don't know, but I'm pretty off the Guy Santos hype train.
Yeah, supposedly in January they said he looked ahead of schedule.
Nice.
Yeah.
So maybe.
Did you know Guy Santos is the only player remaining from the 2022 draft class of the Warriors?
Oh, on their team?
Like draft rights, yeah. Yeah, because Guy Santos still plays for the Santa Cruz Warriors.
Oh. Who else did they draft? No, don't they have Patrick Baldwin?
They traded him to the Wizards.
Oh, shit. Did they really?
Yeah, and Ryan Rollins.
When did that happen?
When the Chris Paul trade was finalized.
What?
On draft night.
Oh, man, they lost Pat Baldwin?
Yeah, everyone's freaking out about that. Yeah, because he grew to 7 foot.
PB&J, man.
Yeah, PBJ and Ryan Rollins are now fucking Wizards. I was pretty stoked. That video has like 10,000 views on my channel.
Dude, I can't believe they. Oh.
All right, listen to who the Lakers. They drafted Jalen Hood-Schifino, Maxwell Lewis are going to be there. Demoy Hodge, Alex Fudge, Max Christie, Colin Castleton. And then you also have Damian Baugh and Cole Swider making another.
Legend.
They signed Cole Swider to the
Legend.
He's on a two-way. So that will be fun to watch. I think we said Grizzlies are playing, right?
It says it on the thing.
I know, no, but yeah. So it says Salt Lake City, Vegas. Thank you, dude. I didn't see that. I'm fucking
You're
blind.
just going off the dome, G.
Dude, so one of the scouts and I were talking. This guy, Tariq Biberovic, we're both shocked. We were both, I texted him, I was like, can you believe this guy got drafted? He's like, dude, he's like, I was left flabbergasted that this man was drafted. But he's playing. He's playing. Timmy Allen's also playing. Jacoby Gilliard, Gigi Jackson, Jake LaRavia, Kenny Lofton, Tariq Owens, David Roddy, and Vince Williams, all guys who you'll be able to watch in the Memphis Summer League. We got the Miami Heat, who, dude, if the Miami Heat had pulled a Damian Lillard trade, just expect all these guys to be their new roster. Am I wrong, though? Jamare Bouye. Oh, my God. Guess who isn't on this roster? Okay, I think they might have given up on him. No. They either gave up on him or he's guaranteed a training camp spot. Marcus Garrett.
I don't know who that is.
He's been on the Heat back-to-back years, broke his wrist, KU national champion. Actually, didn't win national championship with KU, left the year before us. We won. But what do you call it? Jamare Bouye, Jamal Cain, Caleb Daniels. Caleb Daniels is a sniper. Javon Franklin, Taylor Funk, Patrick Gardner, Jaime Jaquez, Nikola Jovic, Trenton Massner, Drew Peterson, Justin Powell, and Orlando Robinson. Then we got over a couple more. I think it is right here. OKC. Where'd you go? Dude, I forgot about Mateo Spagnuolo. He's going to be coming over. That's cool. OKC. They got Ousmane Dieng, Adam Flagler, Tanner Groves, Keontae Johnson, who's playing on a two-way this year, Hunter Maldonado, Caleb McConnell, no relation to TJ McConnell, Justice Suing, Kassan Wallace. They have J-Dubs playing in it, and not J Will and KJ Williams. They have J-Dub in their summer league.
I mean, that I don't really understand that.
I get J Will. I get J Will.
Why isn't J Will in there?
Why is J Dub? Hopefully that's just
I don't. Why is? I feel like that should be flipped.
Did not know Ricky Council was Puerto Rican. See that? He reps Puerto Rico. This is the Sixers Summer League team. And yeah, it looks like he reps Puerto Rico. Let me just see this. Puerto Rican. I'm curious about this. Puerto Rico. Does not say anything about Puerto Rico, but like, okay. So supposedly he is Puerto Rican, according to Reddit. But their summer league team looks like butt cheeks right now. Marcus Bagley, Ricky Council, Taquavian Smith, who, like, dude, he went undrafted, and then Azula Tubilis. Then we got ourselves the last couple of Kings, Dane Goodwin, Colby Jones, who I love, Justin Mutz, Jalen Slauson, who's supposedly, like, going to be surprising, and then Jake Steve. Is it Stevens or Steffens? When it's like this.
That would be Steffens.
But I know people who go by Stephen Wade. If Steffens is with the S, is it just without an S? Is it Steven?
I don't know.
Genuine question, you asshole.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know.
That was about it. Any of those names excite you?
I mean, all of them are the Hornets.
The Hornets will be exciting. Hopefully, dude, I want to get so many interviews while I'm there.
Nice.
So we have one thing that we just didn't even talk about. Let's give a round of applause for this man getting paid, and I think this means Karl-Anthony Towns is getting traded. Naz Reid, congratulations, buddy. This is a pro Naz Reid show. You're not happy? 3 year, $42 million.
Yeah, man, undrafted to getting paid. I'm shocked he's staying in Minnesota.
Probably loves it. And I think we gotta. I don't know if we trade Karl Anthony Towns this summer, but in the next year we have to trade Karl Anthony Towns because we have to double down on Rudy Gobert and Anthony Edwards, and we have to pay Anthony Edwards, and we need to get draft assets / draft. Just create roster space. It's only $14 million a year for Naz Reid. It's not bad. It's a good deal, in my opinion.
They got a lot of money to their big man, don't they?
They love those bigs. Some would say.
Yeah. I cannot believe Naz Reid went back to Minnesota, but yeah, getting paid. Good stuff.
Deserves to get paid.
He's a scorer. He's a
And
hooper.
Aaron Barton put out a tweet. Steph Curry is this shooting guard masquerading as a point guard. Isn't that Trae Young?
Trae Young.
Rob said J-Dub will be playing in Utah. Rob, I'm actually heading to Las Vegas for the Summer League. We'll actually be doing the show live from the Summer League.
Will there be a Phoenix in my next life?
You're starting to look for places in Fort Lauderdale or Boca?
No.
Yeah.
For when I move out in Thanksgiving? Oh.
Dude,
I think I'm halfway off this lease.
Dude, I found so much industrial warehouse space for like less than 500.
Really? Nice.
Less than 500 a month in like Fort Lauderdale, where it's like it's a garage, like concrete floor, and then there's a small office. Turn the office into a studio, and then put like put a sport court on the concrete.
That's crazy. That'd be sick.
Less than 500, and then because I'm creating an LLC, and then I can take out a line of credit, and from talking with my dad because he owns LLCs and C corps, and like he owns like LLCs, C corps, and trusts, and like he's like once the company gets better, you create more C corps. That way you can levy the taxes because like one of your companies won't make money, so then you pass on like there. So you're like, oh, we're not making money. So companies can only not make money for 2 to 3 years. So once you start making money, you got to like start siphoning the money out into other companies that aren't making as much money. So then you're like, oh, we don't really make that much money.
Right.
And then you avoid paying taxes that way. And then you can start those C corps and to other like set up other bank accounts in other like countries. So then you can avoid taxes. Like my LLC is in Delaware. And because we're an online company, I could say like, yeah, like we film in Florida, but we upload in Delaware. And then I just pay Delaware taxes.
I don't even know where Delaware is.
It's like about 30 minutes away from me.
Is it? So
it's east. It's east of me. It's like next to Maryland.
East of you?
Yeah, it's below Jersey, next to Maryland.
It's like below Jersey.
It's below Jersey. It's literally connected to Maryland, and it's like
yeah,
it's like rounded off.
Shit.
Well, it's right next to Philadelphia. Delaware has no taxes. Delaware's tax free. Did you not know this? There's no taxes.
No, but how is? I'm confused how Pennsylvania. Oh, because Pennsylvania is north of Delaware and still
in Jersey
or west of Jersey. Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's a small state.
It is a small state. There's no taxes, bro.
Dover.
Yeah, I've been to Dover.
Oh, and Practical Jokers did a thing in Dover.
Yeah, Dover's like their biggest. Dover and Wilmington are the biggest cities in Delaware. I've been to Delaware a shit ton of times.
I'd raise a family in Delaware, I think.
I would not. But
Right.
it's just rare. I mean, if you want a quiet ass life with like a lot of white people, that's Delaware for you.
Delaware.
You just would be with a bunch of Joe Bidens.
Is Joe Biden from Delaware?
Yeah, he's senator of Delaware. He takes a train from Delaware because his wife and his kids were killed in a car crash in 1970.
Joe Biden?
Yeah, and then he remarried his brother's wife because his brother died a few years later, and then he married his brother's widow. You didn't know this?
Who were put in office?
Our presidents Wife and kids died in a terrible car accident that he was driving. They all died. He was the only one who survived, I think, and Hunter Biden wasn't born yet. Maybe Hunter Biden was born and he survived, and Hunter's brother survived. Okay. Joe Biden hasn't driven a car or taken a car since. He would take a train every single day to DC, there and back, and would stay like the week there. And his brother died. Like Joe Biden's brother died a few years after Joe Biden's wife and kids died in a car accident. So he married his brother's widow and adopted their kids, and I'm pretty sure had more kids with his brother's widow. You didn't know this?
It sounds a little weird.
Like I'm like not. I'm a moderate. I'm a
But-
moderate. Like I'm not like. So like I mean I think it's fucking strange. I found this out a month and
Very
a half.
strange.
I found this out a month and a half ago. I feel like I found this out like less than 90 days ago. That Joe Biden is married to his brother's widow.
Not a fan of that.
Yeah. I understand if this was 1880. You know what I mean? Like when it
It feels
you guys
weird
were
'cause it's
moving
Joe
west.
Biden too. It's just like
what are you, DeSantis 2024?
it just I don't really like this. I don't know anything about Ron DeSantis, but I don't really like
Okay,
him, bro.
my
I don't
time in
think
Florida this
about-
past 3 days when I was in Miami, I forget that Cubans are conservatives, which throw me off so hard.
Are they really?
Yeah, because Cubans hate communism. Like a lot of like Cubans in Florida hate communism, so they became conservatives because they don't want anything to do with socialism or communism because they fled communism. So they hate liberals because they're like, you're trying to make this like 1950s Cuba. You know what I mean? So they love conservatives. It's like because most Latinos are like liberals. You know what I mean? Because like protect their rights. Most Cubans at this point are like American citizens because they're like a few generations here. So they're like ultra conservatives. They're like, fuck like any sort of socialism or communism because they're like, you know what happens after socialism? Communism.
Communism.
Yeah, they're like only socialist countries become communist. I had
Is
someone
that
tell me
true?
that. Not necessarily, but
Oh.
like has it happened? Yes, but like it's not
Socialism's flawed.
I mean, yes, I agree. Socialism. Well, I'm not super into socialism. Like me and Luke's super socialist. Like we get in.
Is he really?
Oh yeah, like he like honestly.
Does he know it's
I'd
flawed?
honestly, I would vote for Bernie just because like Bernie just would like
Feel the burn.
no, but like just because like he would get rid of student loans and shit like that. So that's like very beneficial for me and shit like that. But like Luke loves socialism, but like I always tell him I was like socialism would never work in America. This is why I always joke like I low-key have like there's always like a small part of me that does want to go into politics, would never do state politics, I want to do federal politics. But like the thing is the way you have to sell socialism to America is not by socialism. You just have to do a bunch of antitrust lawsuits and put in regulation. And you basically have to Americanize socialism where you're just like, you know what we're doing? We're not creating universal healthcare, but we're establishing regulations and price caps. So you can never charge more than X amount of money, no matter there. So you keep all the insurance, but you're like, you can't charge more than this. This is government everything in the health industry would become government regulated and they're all price caps. But then that's like you could like I guess universal healthcare, like I personally would want it, but like American companies would never allow it, lobbyists, but you would just be like, okay, we'll just regulate everything. Everything has to be a copay and everything has to be $10 or $20. You know what I mean? And then you're like, figure it out.
Yeah, you lost me, but yeah, I try and stay away from politics.
You don't like politics?
Hell no! What the hell?
The average
Politics offers me nothing.
dude, it's insane. So I did a study, like the average American, I think it's only like 20% of Americans actually understand like political policies and like legislation in the process. Like, bro, I can tell you, like, if I was a land developer, bro, CIDs and TIF taxes in all my developments. You guys want me to develop in your area? Give me a TIF tax and give me a CID, baby. Okay. Or like just the way it's working. 100% price gouging is 100%, Aaron, the thing. And that's why you create, I mean, obviously nationalizing and like there's other things like if you put in a 0.5% tax on all like an extra 0.5% tax on all Wall Street trades within 10 years, we would be able to offer community college and universal healthcare for 30 years. Same, Aaron. I love it. But let's do Pirtle as for y'all. The fact that 9 people stayed watching to our political rant, thank you for that. We had like 10 people listening. Like our views did not drop while we were I was ranting about politics. Nor was I making any like absurd like thing. Dude, Van Strife, you said it best. I always say this. Both sides suck because once you become on extreme on one side, you just go back around. Both
It's
extreme.
So
you get what I'm saying? Like being
the
an
extremes
extreme
are so stupid.
They're so stupid because if you're an extreme libtard, you're just as bad as as an extreme MAGA Trumpist. You know what I mean? You guys are both like equally as bad. I agree. Like, I agree. Love you guys. Love all you guys for watching. You guys are geek. Let's do Pirtle. Dude, is this Amir Coffee?
I'm gonna go Ty Washington Jr.
All right, I'll do Amir Coffee if it's not Ty.
I'd be flabbergasted if this is Amir Coffee. Well,
all right, so it's Southwest.
Oh, so it's not Amir.
It's not Amir. It's not Amir. I'm
Jade,
thinking maybe
Jaden Hardy's does he have similar hair?
Dude, I was thinking Jaden Hardy or a Thunder player. Okay,
Damn.
so maybe Trey Mann?
Is it actually Ja?
Ja? Did someone put Ja?
It doesn't look like Ja to me. Yeah, okay.
All right,
What the
so
fuck are we missing?
San Antonio and
Oh, it's a Spur.
1, 2, 3.
This is a okay.
San Antonio and New Orleans. Oh,
I always forget New Orleans is in our conference.
he used to play. So it's a San Antonio player who used to play. Oh, it's Devontae Graham.
Yeah. Nice. Ooh, the headband throws it off.
The headband did throw it off. The headband is what threw it off right there. Who put Ja? Ja was a good guess. Aaron, good guess. Oh, 100%. 100%, Aaron. Yeah.
Devontae Graham 6'1".
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Have you seen Devontae Graham's stats? They're like somewhat surprising.
He's a hooper. That man puts the ball in the bucket.
So with San Antonio, he closed out the year averaging 13 points a night, about a steal a game. And for his career, he's averaged like a steal a game. He's like not terrible. And he's averaged up to 7.5 assists. You remember that one year with Charlotte where he's 18, 7.5. Yeah, look at this.
What's that, right before Melo?
Yeah, right. The year before they got Melo, he averaged 18 and 7.5, 1 steal, 3.5 rebounds, shot 37% from 3 on 9 attempts a game, and 38% from the field on 15 attempts a game. But yeah, he shot. Yeah, he's really bad. He can't shoot for shit inside. But dude, with the Spurs, he shot 38% from the field, which was terrible. But 8 attempts of his shots are from 3, so he takes about 80% of his.
He took 8 threes
a game. Yeah,
I would stream him sometimes for the Spurs because he started 8 games.
Yeah, 13 points
or something.
He's just the type of guy that you just let just jack up threes. He's like, honestly, I would give him like half the mid-level exception if I was a contending team that had a really good starting point guard. Like, let's say if I'm like if I'm the Blazers, okay? Well, I wouldn't even say Blazers. No, if I'm the Miami Heat and I figure out my point guard situation, okay? Or even if I bring back Kyle Lowry in that shit, I would bring in Devontae Graham to be like my second or third. Or like if Gabe Vincent left, replace.
They already have a guy who does that named Tyler.
But Tyler's a shooting guard.
I mean, I play Devontae. Yeah. Is Devontae really a backup point guard though?
Yeah. What do you think he is?
He's a backup scorer.
Yeah, backup scorer, backup
guard.
Score. Yeah, backup guard. He can play 1 or 2. I think he'd be perfect.
Undersized to play.
He is
it worries me a little bit.
You got anything else to say? I thought this was a good stream. We averaged almost 10 people the entire stream.
Mo Bamba future bowl.
I think they're packaging him and Malik Beasley for a trade. It's $26 million.
I thought he was a free agent.
They have a team. No, he's not a free agent. He's under contract, but if they waive him before June 30th or trade him, it's because his salary isn't guaranteed until June 30th.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It's one of those.
Those might. You'll hear that. You'll hear that this week.
Yeah. You got any closing thoughts till I see you tomorrow?
No.
Word. All right.
No.
Aaron, we can line that up sometime this week.
Hey.
All right. That's going to be the show for today. I got nothing else to talk about. Got to get back into the grind of things. Look at we got our little mascot. She's stretching.
Good stretch.
Right. Here she is. Jasmine just yawned. How you doing, baby?
Sleepy. She needs an afternoon nap.
Yeah, she's just chilling out. She's saying goodbye, everyone. She's itching herself right now. Let's see if I can. Oh,
blur it, editor.
I can't. I'm so bad at knowing which way to go. Is Jasmine? I'm like in a room. There she is.
What is that wallpaper?
It's wallpaper. Like, so my mom built a room in her basement for me. So my mom's house is like a 3-bedroom house, but now it's a 4-bedroom house, a townhouse. And she turned because she had a massive laundry room and basement. So she basically built me I would say it's like 8 feet by 12 feet room. Like I have a desk right here. And then she put me like it's a twin bed, whatever. Yeah. And then she like wrapped the wall with she got this wallpaper for free off of Facebook Marketplace. So and she just wrapped it because she painted the walls white and she's like, well, I wanted to give you a cool backdrop.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so she did that for me because she knew
accomplished.
Yeah, isn't it cool though? It's not bad. It's just because she just wanted because I usually when I would stay, I would sleep on a couch the first year and a half my mom owned this place. But she felt always bad that I was sleeping.
You got 3 bedrooms. Why are you sleeping on the couch?
I have 2 sisters.
Oh, do you really? Jeez.
Yeah, a younger and older sister, which is weird because my older sister lives in Argentina, travels the world, so she's never home. But I can't use her room. And then my younger sister, and then my mom has her room. So I didn't have a room. I just slept in the basement, and she felt bad always, so she built a room for me. Over here, I have a closet, and I have a window that goes in, a window door that goes in. That's the actual basement, and you saw the sliding door. It's actually really nicely set up. She built this whole room for $200, less than $120. She built this room because she just spent 2 months scouring Facebook Marketplace once a day to see what people were putting up, and she got all the wood either for free. She got everything. She got drywall for free. She got wood for free. Jeez. Yeah,
man. I sold my couch for free, and the guy was, when you're moving, you're trying to unload it.
That's what I'm saying. My mom and saying is most people they either do their own home improvement projects or like you're saying moving. They're just trying to get rid of shit, so they're just putting it out there, and you're you go pick it up. You know what I mean? And she's literally, she's I'll take. You got to be patient because it'll take some time, but you'll end up building. Yeah, this room. It's not bad. And then she did this cool design where she got doors. These are
it's Japan.
Yeah, it's cool ass doors right there.
Nice.
And then I have my closet right there. And that,
where you sleep in and come out of every day.
Yeah, it's pretty dope. And then she put the door with I told you with the window, so I get natural light, so it wouldn't be a closet,
a dungeon.
Yeah, exactly. So it's actually kind of cool.
Yeah.
Okay, before we go, Matt wants us to rank these young cores from best to worst. Rockets, Pistons, Spurs, Thunder, Charlotte. Okay, best young core, I gotta say, because Victor Wembanyama is there, I gotta go. Oh, is that allowed, or is that being cheap?
I don't know. I think most people would do what you're doing.
I'd go Spurs is the best, second best is Thunder. I Pistons, then Charlotte, and then Rockets.
Oh, wow.
I could put Charlotte and Rockets and switch spots because I don't know what Charlotte's core is besides LaMelo Ball, but maybe Mark Williams and James Bouknight.
Yeah,
and like Brandon Miller.
it's tough because with cores, it's like, all right, well, I like the Rockets compilation more, but the Hornets already have their franchise guy in LaMelo Ball, but I don't even know who the Rockets franchise player is.
Yeah,
but
but Charlotte doesn't have a direction either.
I think they're a lot closer than people think. I'm gonna
That's
go.
what I agree.
Thunder, Spurs. Edit this out. Charlotte, Rockets, Pistons.
Dude, the Pistons also, because the Pistons, they have the same problem with the Rockets. Like the Pistons do have a franchise player in Cade Cunningham, I believe it.
Probably, yeah.
But
Yeah.
their center position, like the rest of the roster, does not make sense. You got Marvin Bagley, Jalen Duren, James Wiseman, Beef Stew. You have like Bojan Bogdanovic and Al Burks, Jaden Ivey, Kelly Hayes. Yeah, you got a star. Like, I just think that roster, it's kind of the same problem with Charlotte, where we're like, what is Charlotte and the Hornets? I mean, the Hornets, the Rockets, and Pistons are all in this thing where like you guys have a shit ton of young talents, and the only one there, like, I mean, Charlotte and the Pistons are ahead of the Rockets in my mind because like they both have their franchise guys, but like direction wise, like the only ones that have a direction are the Thunder and Spurs, where we're like,
yeah,
Thunder.
I only went Pistons over Rockets just because of Cade's injury. I think if Cade played the season healthy, it would be Detroit. But I'm not even trying to jab at my Rockets, but I think Jaden Ivey second half of the season was a fucking stud. Like that dude can score, and I think Azar fits perfectly.
Look at this,
but just the injury. So, oh my goodness, she's slumped.
She's just passed out. She just looks like dead weight, right? You gotta beat her. You'll love her. You know she's an F1, right?
What's that?
Hyperallergenic. Like there's.
Oh
no
yeah, I know.
Like there's
you
no
have to
such.
say that. I don't. I've only.
There's no such thing as a hypoallergenic dog, but she is the least allergenic dog with like golden doodles. Like golden doodles, German Shepherd.
Golden doodles fuck me up.
Wait, golden doodles fuck you up?
Yeah.
Not golden doodles. My apology.
But they are hyperallergenic.
Labradoodles.
I don't even know what that is.
It's like a golden doodle's a poodle and a golden retriever.
And a lab.
Lab is a lab and a poodle.
Retrievers really fuck me up.
Yeah, no. That's because they have the retriever hair. You are probably least allergic to like pit bulls, pugs, and
Yorkies. I've one Yorkie I never had an issue with.
Yeah, that's Yorkies like probably, and then Labradoodles. You need things that have human hair. Like Jasmine has human hair. Labradoodles.
Oh, really? Okay.
She doesn't have fur. She has hair. Like her hair looks like my beard.
So yeah, why would I? So I shouldn't be allergic to that.
Yeah, you shouldn't be allergic. Same thing with Labradoodle. Was the Yorkie like that? You said?
I don't know.
If it's more like hair, like actual hair instead of fur, you should be good. Because my girlfriend's allergic to dogs. Like you.
Now I don't know the difference between hair and fur.
Yeah, my girlfriend never had an allergy problem with her.
Wow. Yeah.
Look how precious she is.
Yeah, she's cute.
She's pissed.
So I'd love to live in a house. I'd love a home. So.
Yeah. All right, bud.
In 1 month from now, I'll be 24 and my life will be over.
No, that means you have 2 years till your life is over when you get kicked off your parents' insurance.
When I'm off the insurance,
that's when your life is over.
I gotta start saving today for that.
Yeah. Why can't there be an insurance where I pay one extraordinary fee and I finance that one extraordinary fee for the rest of my life and I have insurance for the rest of my life? We should make that.
Like what?
You pay us $100,000 once. You're insured for the rest of your life.
Oh shit!
And you take out
$100,000.
But you take out a finance and you finance $100,000 over 10 years.
I don't want to do that. You can do that. I don't want to do
that. We offer this. We start selling this.
Oh.
This is our business. This is our business.
I got you.
All right, peace, dog.
See ya.